if I need to.
All right, testing, testing, testing. Hello, Lyric, you there?
I'm there and I'm getting high.
Yeah. What is going on, everybody? We are back yet again, or I guess I should say for the first time in a long time, with a Planet Zoo spotlight. And I say we because I am joined by the one and only Lyric. He is back yet again on the channel after a long hiatus away. And we are going to spotlight Hanbury Zoo today. And we guys get to you guys with a description here in just a moment. But first, Lyric, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great, Clouds. Great to be back on the channel here with you.
Yeah, dude, absolutely. Really good to have you here, and we're going to pull this description up for everybody and get right into Hanbury Zoo. All right, everybody, and Hanbury Zoo here today is brought to us by Carly. They say that this park took 700 hours or more to complete. Features 41 species with over 5 sections: Polar Reach, the Arctic House, and the Aquarium, Pelican Point, Tropical Asia, and African Wilds. Hope you enjoy the stay at this very scenic zoo. Give it a few minutes to load. It's huge, and it very much was. Lyric was here with me when we loaded this thing up, and it was lag central here on console. Not that that is any fault of the creators. It's just a massive, sprawling environment, and we have a lot to look at here today.
Yeah, this one is going to be highly detailed. You can tell just from the beginning of this, so much detail put in this. You said 700 hours? That's an insane amount of time to put into a zoo.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And before we actually get the rest of the way into the zoo, we wanted to pop back out to the entrance point here. Lyric had these messages for you.
Yeah, these signs are super creative. Just the way you hid the habitat sign, and then you kind of custom did all of this little info to make them just look way more realistic. Something I noticed immediately getting into the zoo, and it was super awesome. So well done on that.
Yeah, definitely agree. I kind of just breezed past them. I didn't even pay attention to the fact that they were custom until Lyric here pointed that out. So yeah, I'm going to make our way right on into the zoo now. And then here, in similar fashion to what we had outside there with the signage, we also have these kind of informational zoo guide booth, little kiosk things here with your coffee and your pizza pen there, some more signage in the back. So it looks like there's going to be a lot of that custom-made stuff around here. Again, that's probably where that 700 hours went when creating this, and we bring ourselves to Polar Reach, and we will get right on in and see what we got. All right, as we make our way on down the hill here, up past the train tracks, see what we got down here in the Polar Reach.
Yeah, this is super highly detailed already. Loving all the rock work. The foliage is just super well done. I'm really enjoying myself at this zoo at the moment.
Yeah, definitely agree with you there. We just got in here, and I mean, it's you can tell where the time went. I believe 700 hours is probably accurate. I'm not going to call any kind of bluff on that. You can see that a lot of love has went into this thing already, and that's super cool because we just got here.
Yeah, no doubt. Like, again, just all the little habitats, they don't look all the same. They don't look all flat. They're very terrained very well. I feel like I'm in a legit zoo. I really liking it.
Yeah, and that was actually something I didn't mention in the description. They said in their description that this was also a zoo based in the UK. So I don't know if, like, the UK just had, like, they go harder with their zoos than the US does. Maybe I don't know. We've got the Columbus Zoo, which is like super cool. It's a really good one, but I feel like this is just like next level. If your parks in the UK look like this, I'm slightly jealous.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I wasn't even aware that this could have been a recreation from a UK zoo, and makes me want to try to hop over the pond and come check out these zoos, because these are magnificent.
Really nicely done here with these habitats. All right, I'm going to pop around and see what we got on the other side here. Let's head over this way and see what we got. This guy is enjoying this park. Look at him running by, absolutely having a blast here.
I want you to go back. They did like a little bit of a playground there. You actually see that quite often in zoos. They have like little playgrounds for kids, and it's just a nice touch of realism there. Even though it's not nothing crazy, it is still nice to see that there.
Yeah, definitely agree. Nice little touch, and you do see that like a little like play pad area kind of thing for little kids. I noticed over here too we have looks like maybe like some kind of event building or maybe like a show building, like I think Lyric mentioned here off mic. I did notice it was empty. But yeah, it could just be a space to utilize for guests or for like little animal shows or events. So it's kind of neat to see.
Yeah, back right. If you turn to your right, that was a good kind of like shot when you're up on there to see that light tower or whatever. Yeah, when you're up there, it was kind of cool just to see that like out
Yeah.
in the distance. Really cool.
Okay, yeah, yeah, that's really neat. I didn't really notice that kind of up there on the hill in the background.
Well, you know, I did zoo spotlights primarily, so I guess I just pick up on these little things in zoos, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm far more on the Planet Coaster side of things at this point. But we're going to continue on around here and see what kind of habitats we got down this way. Come down here past some more of our enclosures and different animal habitats and things. And all these have their own little areas for the animals to, get out of the weather and into a building and somewhere with their own little zookeeper area. So it's really good to see that was fluid throughout the whole place. You've consistently kept that throughout.
Yeah, no doubt that cage was really cool. It was really detailed like that.
Going into our Arctic section here.
The only critique I would say is try to lower your flooring because it is quite high and it's very noticeable. Obviously, you're not going to be able to get it perfect, but even lowering it down a little bit so it's not completely taken out there, even their knees, would be just a little critique. Everything else is looking great.
Yeah, I did notice that. I almost wonder if it's just because of the way the exhibit was put in here. I'm not sure. I'm sure there's a way to mitigate that or kind of fix it, because as you can see up here, they're above that level, but then here it looks like it's been raised a little bit.
Yeah, I noticed it at the entrance too, so I just figured I'd point that out, and if you didn't know, just raise it, make it a little smaller, and you're golden. And this habitat is super cool. A really nice polar bear habitat here.
Yeah, this is a really, really good shot from this angle. I like this a lot.
The architect on this building, I'm really liking it. Like all these wood pieces, the glass pieces. Obviously, there's some that are a little kind of screwed up there, but it's so hard, and you got to critique it so much to get it perfect. But this is an awesome looking building. You would definitely see this in the zoo. Really well done.
Yeah, very well done with the natural lighting. Your polar bear habitat kind of like wrapping around the circular pattern that you've got here in the building. So you've got a good viewing spot from every angle. You're up high, so even if you got little kids in front of it, kind of taking up the glass space, you got to bump them out of the way a little bit. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Not the kids. I'm just kidding. But yeah, everybody will be able to see the polar bears regardless of who's here, and I think that's pretty neat.
Yeah, I like the amount of spots you have to view the polar bear. You're basically seeing every part of that polar bear habitat with all the terraining and all that. And then even over here, you got, the gray seals? Lovely. I like that you have the lighthouse in the background. That's totally typical to do in a gray seal habitat. Really digging this.
Yeah, really love that. Again, the zookeeper building back there in the back, adding to that level of realism and kind of depth in there. And here we see an aquarium with custom fish, because every aquarium, as we all know, needs fish.
Well, some people may not think that, but anyways, yes, very a great fish tank there. I really like these little exhibit habitats, I meant exhibits that you have there with like the big circle window. Just makes it feel very different and really nice. And this is really cool here too. Oh, and you're doing the underground. Yes, this is what I like. This is amazing. Just the underwater tunnel in your gray seal habitat. Get to see it all up close, personal, and they come past you. Just really well done on this.
Yeah, this is really cool. I didn't know you could do this in here. I guess in my short time that I was on Planet Zoo, I didn't see that done yet. So very, very cool here. Pop up to the surface and see what we got. All right, we headed up out of the depths. We are making our way on around here, seeing what we got. It's another angle on that seal habitat. It is. Okay, so I like that. So you don't even have to go fully on into the habitat there to experience that. If you just want to look at them from here and not go all the way down into there. That's a perfectly viable option, so I really like that a lot. And then you've got a penguin semi-submerged viewing deck here as well. Super cool.
Yeah, I like the amount of foliage you put in here. You're making it look very immersive here. Just almost tropical. You got the restaurant. Perfect. Captain's Catch. Really nice theming for this restaurant. Really well done. Another great structure put in here. And you got a underwater area. Now that's the type of stuff that I'd be doing. I love this. This is super cool, having a underwater area in your restaurant. Super great idea.
Yeah, absolutely. One of these tables down here is mine. Go ahead and put a reserve sign on that for me. I will be back to dine here and look at whatever animal is out there in that enclosure. Go back out here. Oh, I found people.
That's the restaurant. That's how they get in there.
I see. Okay. There's that little lighthouse that I think we were looking at from the seal build there. We got Pelican Point.
Like the elevation in this habitat right off the bat. What do you got? Like the jackass? Is that what they call it?
The donkey.
That's a donkey. It's it's a donkey. But they have a word. I think it's something ass or something. Yeah, really cool. I like the elevation there. You got the tropical Asia we're gonna be about to go into. Oh, and I like this too. You got like this lake with the like beach side with your little, you know, food trucks, and yeah, definitely would like to post up here and just get your, you know, lunch in for the day, halfway even through your day while you're walking, and yeah, really cool.
Yeah, we're definitely really neat. We'll kind of get off the beaten path for a minute and just kind of come up, and we're looking at this spot, so I figured why not come up to the top of it, kind of look down from the other side. Really nice there. Pop back down to the ground level. All right, another absolutely awesome enclosure here. You've got the like low point with the water where they can come to drink, and then again with that double elevation there to kind of give them some terrained out area. It's not like the biggest space right here, but then they have that building to go into, and maybe even like another side to it there, it looks like. Then on the opposite side here we got our, I forget what tapir, tap something.
Yeah, I struggle with that name too. Yeah, that elevation, it just brings a more depth to your habitats. It actually makes it look so much bigger than they actually are. I also like that you have the covering over a lot of your habitat areas just to get your guests out of the sun. Just super realistic all through the zoo so far.
Yeah, definitely. Here at the Columbus Zoo, we have an area that this reminds me a lot of that, in the sense of, like you were saying, you come under this awning, and then there's like this monkey exhibit. There's not glass on ours, actually. There's like bars over it, and they have a few different ones with like the really small monkeys that are designed like this.
Yeah, I also like the exhibit you have right behind you. The just integrated with all those like tree and rock pieces almost. I think they're all rock pieces, but yeah, it just doesn't make it feel like it's like a boxy habitat that they normally are. You even added like this door here to actually get at the animals like you would see in real life. So again, like I just said, the amount of realism you put in this, you really know your zoos, and it's showing in this zoo right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this right here is stellar. And then you see the train that goes over in the background there, over the exhibit. I think that's super cool. I'd have to get on the train and try that out.
Yeah, it's definitely nice when they have a train ride through the zoos. My local zoo has a big train that goes, through the whole entire zoo. So it's great when people incorporate these trains into their zoos, because it's really the only transport ride per se thing we have in Planet Zoo.
Yeah, definitely. So, all right, let's keep it pushing. Make our way across this bridge here. See what we got. It looks like there's people looking over, so we must have some kind of a habitat down below us here, which is a super cool idea to have this kind of rope bridge over a habitat.
Yeah, it definitely feels like a rickety-rackety bridge that you'd kind of walk over, and it's just Yeah, I really enjoy it going right over this habitat, just opening it up, letting the guests see every aspect and nook and cranny of this habitat.
Yeah, definitely really nicely done there with that. I like that a lot. Keep working our way on around down here. Another viewing point from it. Super cool. I love that so many of these bigger exhibits have that. You've got so many different angles on it to view it from.
And then it wraps back around to where you get your peacocks roaming around with you. So yeah, that's like the whole habitat there. Just every aspect of it, you get to see it. Really well
Yeah. Smack dab in the middle and just wrapped around. All right, let's figure out where we go from here and move on. All right, we made our way back up here. We're going to head back down to the beach, but I found this nice little otter enclosure here. Thought I'd take a little look at it. Don't want to miss out on it. Nothing too crazy there, but, you know, just another one of the, I think, 41 species that they said went into this park. So, you know, got to show them off. Just like the ass. Got to show off the ass.
Yes, indeed.
I like how the beach goes all the way down as well. There's like multiple different entry points here. Kind of like, you know, just like, I guess come down, bring a blanket or a towel, have a little picnic. Don't leave your trash.
You're definitely knocking out the tropical theme here. It definitely feels different in this area, so it's really well done. I'm just, again, your foliage is so key when it comes to building zoos, and you're knocking it out of the park with the foliage in the zoo.
Definitely agree. I like how there's some kind of an invisible barrier around whatever you've done here, so that your birds can actually like wander out freely with the general public. I like how you've done that. Somewhere around here, there's that invisible barrier to keep them in and meandering with the guests. So that's always fun to see when people incorporate those animals that, you know, realistically could be with the guests.
Yeah, and they do that with a lot of zoos, actually. They'll let the peacocks be with the guests, so it's just another really nice touch of realism. And I think I just saw to your left that they have feeders. I don't think those are in the game. Those must have been made, but like little feeders for your animals. Yeah, that's really, I like that.
Wow, yeah. Cool. Gumball machine and then animal feed. Really nicely done, yeah. But yeah, back to kind of like touch on what you were saying there about, you know, the transition of the foliage and stuff. I mean, everything, you do notice that transition very heavily. The foliage changes, the color pattern changes, the type of enclosure, and the way that they're in their enclosure changes. So it was really, you can definitely see that noticeable difference from area to area in this park.
Yeah, that water feature right there too over the bridge is really cool too. Oh man, Maddie would have been so proud of this one.
Yeah, I know, right? Let's bring back Maddie. We need to get him back in these spotlights, everybody. All right, and there's some of them elephants that didn't want to come inside earlier, out here bathing in the sun, enjoying their time. And then over here we got our park guest.
Of course, you're gonna have the outdoor, you know, section of the elephants over there. Like, go figure, right?
Yeah, you got to have it. It's a complete wraparound too, viewing from every angle. Doesn't matter where you're at. Plenty of photo ops. Again with the signage there. Don't feed them. Don't reach your hand in there. Nobody needs to get Harambe today. Okay. All right. R.I.P. Harambe. And then we're back around here at the Giants Plaza. Kind of head over this way and see what we got over here. It doesn't look like they're inside at the moment. I think it's the elephants. Looks like they're outside right now, maybe. But I do like that you have
100% the elephants. 100% the elephants for sure.
Yeah, I do like though that you have the option to view them when they do decide to come inside and get out of the weather and stuff. You can still see them in there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the thing about this realistic park. I mean. Yeah, I mean, a lot of habitats, and I'm even a culprit of it too, is that you don't make these areas where you can see them while it's indoors and have that realism, and you're just doing it constantly through this entire zoo.
Yeah, very well designed there. Like the giraffes coming inside to say hi to everybody for a minute there. Then up here we got the Wild Grill, the sign said down there. come up here, get yourself some fresh hot food, and take a break from all the walking.
Yeah, the elevation on this, I talk about elevation a lot, and you'll hear me keep saying it, but having that elevation of going up into almost like a little food cafe in this building of the giant animals is just an awesome touch.
Yeah, definitely agree. Really like that. That was really, really neat to see, that you've kind of got, again, here with the Giants Pavilion signage. This indoor area, like Lyric said, to come in and grab some food, sit down, get out of the heat for a minute. Really, really nice there. We're going to keep going, check out what's up ahead. All right, as we were leaving the Giants Pavilion, we noticed that we missed a couple of exhibits on the opposite side of it here. It does a double wraparound through that building that we didn't see here. And we got some different animals, like we got the zebras out here, an ostrich, or not the zebra, sorry, that's a giraffe, not a zebra. And an ostrich back there. Another zebra giraffe in the background. And then there's this whole section up over here that we actually missed.
Yeah, I like that you even have the signs on the ground for your railroad tracks. Like you put like, it looks really well done, and for your train track crossing throughout your pathing. This is really cool too. What is that?
Looks like a cheetah.
Is that my boy? Is that the cheetah?
That is.
Boy.
Yeah, Lyric's personal favorite right there, the cheetah.
Oh, and we got another little playground here. Yeah, I'm digging this. Yeah, I mean, this one's a little more than the other one. This one's really cool too. Just adding all this realism into the zoo is just a really nice touch on everything I've seen so far in the zoo.
Yeah, absolutely. And there it is, brings us back around to the center of the Giants Pavilion. So we will get through to the other side and take a look. All right, we're going to cross the railroad, and I think we are getting close to the other side of the park entrance here where we came in at. So we'll take a quick little look around at a few other things that we got going here. Flamingos. Really good exhibit for that too. Or habitat.
Yeah, totally. I really liking it. Nice little fence in there too. Really cool.
Again with that train kind of looping its way, branching around the park there.
Almost looked like a little roller coaster there with the little airtime hill there.
Oh, yeah, a little hill in it. All right, y'all, that will bring us back, it looks like, to where we came in here. We'll get some night shots. We'll get an overhead for you guys, and then we'll close this one out. Carly, absolutely awesome park, though. We'll give you our final thoughts here on this one as we close it out, but love this. All right, y'all, so here we are with a night shot of this thing. As you can see, it is lit in certain parts and stuff. The interiors of buildings look like they are. But yeah, you can see how absolutely massive this build is. And at 94%, like I said, you still have 6% to play with, and that's absolutely crazy to me. Just the amount of space that you have covered with one park here.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, as we're getting into this, we're going to kind of give our closing thoughts, and I mean, right off the bat, this thing is crazy good. I mean, I'm willing to even say that this is probably the best council zoo I've seen, and I've spotlighted quite a lot of zoos on my channel when I was doing that. And wow, like you could tell this took a lot of time, the attention to detail through every part of the zoo, the realism. You haven't left any stone untouched. Every stone, as we speak, has been rotated, everything. I mean, this is remarkable, and you really should be proud of yourself for the zoo, because, like I said, this is a showcase of what is actually truly possible on council. So well done on this, and I really enjoyed myself. You even have the outside of the zoo, you got the nice roundabout and the road leading into it. It didn't even stop in the zoo. The outside of the zoo's got total realism too. So again, well done on this zoo. Really creative.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with everything that Lyric said. Absolutely stellar. Truly is the epitome of what you can do on console. It's expansive. It's detailed. It has the proper sign work everywhere. You have absolutely nailed the vibe of a true to form zoo. And even though I've never been to one in the UK, I mean, there's a lot of similar elements to the ones that I have experienced here in the US. And yeah, everything is just gone over with a fine-tooth comb and detailed out extremely well. So very, very good job, Carly. Awesome park, and I appreciate you putting this up on the workshop for us and giving everybody the opportunity to check this out. So guys, hit up the workshop, check out Hanbury Zoo for yourself, and give this thing a thumbs up on the Planet Zoo workshop, y'all. Thank you guys so much for joining us for yet another spotlight. Hopefully we'll get more zoo spotlights for you guys here in the very near future. And Lyric, thank you once again for joining us. You all have a good night.
I'm there, and I'm getting high.